Hey y'all, so I'm just here to talk a little bit about how I'm feeling so far during this pregnancy. Um, and I have the beautiful Zamira here with me, Miss Bossy in the flesh. Yeah, I want to make this kind of quick because it just started raining. Luckily, we're sitting under this like nice tarp umbrella that we have here at our wonderful place that we live. I just want to say so far, like, I would say I feel great. Um, I feel very excited and I feel very happy. Every day I wake up and I'm really super happy. I'm a super happy person anyway, so, but, before I found out I was pregnant, I thought that my health was on a downward spiral, so I was like going through a little bit of a depressive state that was like annoying the heck out of my partner. I'm sure it was annoying Zimmy too, but once I found out that I wasn't, you know, gonna have surgery or anything crazy or be on medicine for the rest of my life, then I went back to my normal self. But I think I'm even more happy because I just love being a mom, and it's exciting. Like, bringing a new baby into the world is very exciting. So I will say that the pressure that is down below, where my pelvis area is like immense. Like, just getting up is like crazy. Like, I don't want to get up because like it hurts. Like, the pressure is crazy. It feels like it may be a little bit more from my first pregnancy, but I'm not sure. But other than that, I would say that my symptoms are very similar to the first time, as far as I'm definitely having heartburn. And they say when you're having heartburn, that's like the baby's hair coming in. It causes heartburn somehow. I forgot how. I'm back to like my superwoman state. Last time I was pregnant, I really, like, no matter how much I was tired, I was always pushing myself to do stuff because I'm like, you're about to be a mom. So now, definitely, because I'm like, you're about to be a mom of two, like, you gotta get up and go. So, but also I'm like doing my best to engage in self-care and just be really good with that, and make sure that I pay a lot of attention to Zimmy. Um, I don't know, she could be responding to me, um, trying to give her extra attention, but lately she has been super clingy. It could be that she knows that the baby's coming, but it could also be me trying to give her the extra attention because I know that the new baby is coming. Um, so I don't really know. She wants me to carry her everywhere with everything I do. She's been doing good the past 2 to 3 days. She's back to like, okay, she can walk and she can play by herself a little bit and stuff. It really helps when her aunt and uncle come over. Her aunt is 10 and her uncle is 4. So that really helps. So that just tells me that when the baby comes, she's gonna really enjoy having a new person to play with when the baby can actually play. But other than that, everything's going really great. Just a second, guys. We're going to transition inside and finish the video inside because it's like pouring down now. So we did get a little wet, but we're okay. Zimmy was purposely trying to go in the rain, of course. I wanted to touch on what this Mercury retrograde brought up for me. Because, as you know, Mercury retrograde is all about communication and writing and, making deals and things like that. But it's also about looking back on things that you need to still address within yourself. Things that still need to be healed within you. And it causes like communication issues, those triggers and things. So I was definitely triggered the second day of Mercury retrograde. Definitely got triggered, and I definitely as usual, and Mercury is my ruling planet. So I usually have like pretty good Mercury retrograde periods. I usually get triggered like once or twice in the beginning, and then the rest of it is like pretty good for me. So, and that is how it's been going. I had my trigger in the beginning, but now it's been smooth sailing and really just positive things happening to me and around me, and me being able to engage in all of my practices. That's what really makes me happy. The things that I needed to heal were, of course, things from my childhood that I thought that I healed pretty well. I mean, to be honest, I think that I pretty much knew that it wasn't all the way healed because it still would trigger me, but I would just hide when I would be triggered, hide the fact that it was triggering me. So, I mean, that was telling me that it wasn't completely healed. I know, because you have to be in acceptance and non-judgment of, those things for them to heal. Well, that's just a way that you know that it is healed. What I retrograded on was my postpartum depression. I retrograded on the details of my postpartum depression, and it made me bring up and really feel through and think about what caused it. And I'm aware at this point that what caused my postpartum depression was the fact that I was very hard on myself, just because I felt like I didn't want to be anything like my parents. I didn't want to display any of the same behaviors, and so I was just constantly beating myself up every time I realized that I was displaying behaviors that my parents had throughout my childhood, which all of those things, helped to culminate just like low self-confidence and no self-love and just unhealthy behaviors and unhealthy ways of coping with my reality. And so during parenthood, the first year I was just always like, no, don't do that, no, don't do that, no, don't do that. Every little thing. And what I will say in the end is that it all worked out because, I did do that to myself, but I feel like I'm an awesome mother. I know that I'm an awesome mother. And I feel like other people know that I'm an awesome mother. And I don't care if they know that I am or not because I'm just that confident about it. And my daughter's happy and I'm happy and she has a great life. And, and then that also goes with the fact that you have to be thankful and accepting of people doing things that you would not do in your experience. You have to be thankful for them to experience that for you so that you don't have to. You can learn from others. You don't have to experience what they experience. So that was a big part of my postpartum depression. The household was just very toxic and unhealthy throughout my pregnancy, and the living situation was just horrible. I did make the best of it, but it definitely it was a big contribution to my postpartum depression, and just dealing with things like it just being filthy and different kind of people living there, and there being drugs being brought in there, and just all these unhealthy behaviors all around me, and just trying to stay true to myself and hold my inner peace and be the calm in the midst of the storm, and then also carry everyone else on my back at the same time. It was a lot of stress, and I feel like when you're pregnant and no one's listening to you and everyone's behaving like they don't care about about you or your child that you're bringing into the world. It's a lot of pain, heartache, stress, like I said. So that's what I dealt with this retrograde period, and you know, I've healed it. It's healed. It's healed because I accepted, and I just don't align myself there any longer. And that needed to happen. That needed to happen. And for me to step up, you know, I have a new little munchkin coming, a new one of these. So, you know, that was the next step. So thank you, Mercury retrograde, and onward we go. Right, Simi? Yeah. Okay. So that was just a quick update about how I'm doing during this pregnancy. So it was great to see you guys, and I will talk to you again very soon.